Hello ma'am, this is Betty. I'm going to explain the fifth experiment in web technology, Java elements and events. So the first question here, I'm going to find the longest word in string. For example, web development tutorial. So here the longest word is development and here is the coding. So I've given here JavaScript thing. To find the longest word, I've given the inside the paragraph, I've given longest word in string, web development tutorial, and close the paragraph tag and demo. So from the script I use the function to find the longest word using the string function. So I'm going to split the strings into like string dot split variable longest word is equal to 0. So I'm using the for loop over here to find the length of the string. So for variable I is equal to 0, I less than string split dot length I plus plus. So if the split string of I dot length is greater than the longest word, then the longest word will be splitted. So here to find the output, I write document get element by id demo, inner element is equal to longest word, and then find longest word development tutorial. So here that longest word is development, so here is the development. And here for the second experiment, I'm going to find the weight in biomass index. So this is the thing. So if I've given in the function calculate BMI, that is the biomass index. So given as variable weight document dot BMI form dot weight dot value. So weight is greater than 0 and height is greater than 0, then my final weight will be weight is equal to height slash 100 into height into 100. So document will be the final value. So if my final BMI is greater than 18.5, and that it means you are too thin, or else if it is greater than 18.5, that means you are healthy. So I've given this an if condition. So if it is greater than 25, that you have overweight, else please fill in everything correctly. So here I've given the form value. So inside the form name BMI form, so your weight, so I use the input type as name and input type as height. I've given size is 10 and 10 characters, and this is the button. So I given the button value, click calculate BMI, and your BMI input type is equal to text name BMI size thing. So here I give weight as 55 and height I give as 156 centimeter. Calculate BMI. So my BMI is 22, and this means that you are healthy. And the third experiment is the flower. So here is the garden. So I've given a flower garden. So rows, this is the rows and the column I've given. So to put the rows in div tag id and input type is equal to text id, and I've given the button over here, so plant garden. So when I click the button, it works out. So inside the div tag I've given the garden, and let's see what function it says. So variable array, I've given this array. So I've given the image JPG form, that is I've given the flow and the nice. So variable flower is equal to math.flow math random. Since I've given it is in random form, it displays in this format. So here variable column parse in document get element by id. For variable I is equal to 0, I less than rows and I plus plus. For variable j is equal to 0, j less than column and j plus plus. So here it displays the row and column. So here are given as the image tag, so image src, so plus array floor minus 1 plus width is equal to 100 and height is also equal to 100. So this is the width and the height. So when I click rows as 2 and I'm going to give it as 3, my garden comes in this format again. And the fifth experiment, it says about the pizza form. So here inside the pizza form I enter the name, address, city, code and phone number. So for this I've given the form name as pizza form inside the h tag, and here I'll give inside the h4 tag I given name, address, city, state to be entered and phone number. So inside the field set, this is the field set I given as name and input name customer, address, city, state and zip code and phone number. So now I've used the radio button. So for radio button I give it field set input name sizes type is equal to radio small and prices. So this is used for the radio check. This is the radio buttons, and then For the pizza topping, I've given is in check boxes. So for check boxes, it will be like input name, like pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, and all that. So extra charges will be Italian sauce. So submit order you'll get. And then for submit order and clear entries, I'm going to create a button. So inside the button I write input type button value submit order on click to submit and close the field set. And here for tips, here again I create the radio button. So I give it as label input type radio value is equal to 10 and name is equal to tip. Again I give label input type radio value is equal to 15, name is equal to tip, checked is equal to checked 15%. So calculate the order and get the price of it. So this is about the pizza form. And for the last one, it's about the coin flip. So here is the coin. So when I flip, it shows whether it is head or the tail. So for that I've given an hashtag heads or tail. So inside the image source I put two images, one is the head and one is the tail. So here heads total, I given a span ID, number heads greater than 0 and number total is also greater than 0. So inside the script function I give us flip function. So when the variable heads and tail is equal to 0, I give it as document get element by ID the coin and use math.float math random. I give 10 plus 1. So if my random percentage is equal to 0, then my image gives me a head image. So head is equal to head plus 1. So here the heads total give us 1. Else if it is tail, it also gives me a head plus 1. So inside the function check heads, I give an as document get element number heads, inner HTML is also equal to heads. So function check tails, document get element by ID, number tails, inner HTML is equal to tail, and this is return. So here my image changes into head and tail. This is all for the fifth experiment. Thank you, ma'am.